Send a scanning crew aboard. I want every part of this ship checked.
There's no one here.
I got a bad feeling about this. Hello, welcome to the secret door. Allow for me to give you a secret tour. Now this is a secret door that leads to our laundry room. Pretty nifty, it looks like an alcove. You would never believe that we do laundry behind here. Now you just saw me pull on this dog. The whole reason I did that is because that is our anchor point. It is bolted into this thing. So you can move it and jostle as much as you need to because this is heavy. You also see me pull on this book. Now this book is one of these fake book boxes. And we filled it with wood, uses shock cord from model rocketry to pull on a outdoor gate mechanism that raises a bolt and allows you to push the door open. It's pretty nifty stuff. Now we also have this area below. This is not wasted space. This is where we keep our wrapping paper. It's about 6 inches deep, which isn't enough storage for most things, but wrapping paper is fine. We put in this little wooden shelf, and now we have places for labels and paper and boxes and more smaller bags. Really sweet stuff. No space is wasted, which is my favorite type of space. Okay, now we're going to look at the hinges. As you can see, we just have regular hinges. Some of them have some paint on it. Please ignore that. You can never see it because it's a secret. We have regular, everyday household hinges holding this up because we didn't want to put too much damage into the house. Even though we own it, we want to sell it someday, so we don't want to replace everything. Hello and welcome to the laundry room. Allow for me to show you the only permanent modification we made for this project. We have an outdoor gate latch that we screwed into this molding, and there's a little metal piece that comes in here, and when the book goes, it pulls it up and you're able to swing the door in or out or however you need to, but it keeps it in place so it's a secret to all outsiders. Go.
There is a wheel under the unhinged side of the door that keeps the door from sagging and changing shape. That's important in this application because if the door changes shape, it won't fit into the hole anymore.
Okay, so what's in the secret door? What are all these decorations? Well, you've seen the book that opens it and closes it, and the dog that makes everything go, but what about the rest of this? Oh, these are just books. And the books are not glued down. They're just books that we can use to hide the fact that there's a trigger book hidden here. And there are just various things. Some of them are novelty books with empty extra storage spaces, that sort of thing. This is William Shatner's book, Get a Life. You should read it, it's good sci-fi. This is a little spacer here to keep it away from the edge of the door, and this is the trigger book. It's got a hinge here that it rides on, and it's a block of wood, and the strap that it pulls on is back inside here. The dog is a metal dog that we bolted down, and then we put these little pieces of metal over to hide the bolts, and we put these here to hide the fact that there are bolts being hidden. But this is the strong point. Most of everything else, if it's not loose like this, is silicone down. It can't move. These are Far Side comics, Calvin and Hobbes comics, comics that were drawn for us by a friend, just various things that we put in here. Sand from a beach. This is the TSA warning from that time that I accidentally smuggled explosives on an airplane. But these things are here to help us remember events from our past. But really, it's all to hide the existence of the trigger book that opens and closes the door.
So now you know the secret door. It's a pretty cool device. No one will ever know that you're in it once you're inside with the door closed. Fantastic thing. And oh no, guys, come on, the trooper's back.
We thought this was going to be a fun weekend project where we'd spend a couple of days, knock this together, put it up, bam, we'd have a secret door. We were very wrong, because as we were working on building this, we discovered that we weren't as precise as we thought we were. We were a millimeter off here, a quarter inch off there, and that was enough so the door wouldn't fit. And then when we got it all fitting, we realized that when we painted it, the wood changed shape a little bit. It would warp a little bit, just enough to make it not fit or not work. And so back and forth to the garage with the belt sander, back in here to try it out, not quite, back to the belt sander, it fits, we paint it. And so it turned into what, 3 months?
3 whole months.
3 months, and we hated it by the end of the project. Isn't that the case when you finish a project, you're 80% finished, you just want it to be over? That was the secret door. But we're so happy that we persevered and put it in, because it is incredibly fun to have a dungeon noise whenever you go do the laundry. It's awesome.
Welcome to our secret.
As with any project, we started with wood, and this time we did not use scraps. The back of the secret door is built from a 3/8 inch piece of plywood, so we could get the full height from a single sheet. 1/4 inch thick strips were used around the edge of the backer that would interface with the door jamb when the secret door was closed. Test fitting the door at this point revealed the need to sand it in certain places to make it fit, so we started sanding. The entire bottom section of the secret door is a cabinet, and the cabinet structure allowed us to use thicker wood for its left and right supports. This gave the door some extra strength. Confident that we had a good fit for the secret door in the existing door jamb, we cut the mortises for the 3 stock hinges we'd be using to support the door. The bottom 2 hinges screwed right into the shelf support on the right side of the door, but the top hinge required an extra block of wood for the thickness it needed for the screws. We'd hide this with a picture later. Then we added 3 shelves, the face to the cabinet, and the wheel that would carry the load of the door at the very bottom. Note how the bottom shelf has a gap in it for the latch mechanism to use later. The door fit perfectly inside the door jamb. We figured we were pretty much done here. We just needed to paint it, add the latch mechanism and the cabinets, and we'd be done. But were we right about that? But we didn't know that yet, so we went ahead and painted the whole thing white. We even recessed the support wheel so that it had exactly the right height to support the door throughout its entire swing. It was perfect. After the paint was completely dry, we took it off the sawhorse, hauled it into the house, attached the hinges to the house, and closed the door to check the fit. But the paint had warped the wood just a little bit, so did it still fit? So we took the door back into the garage, sanded it down in the areas that it was not fitting, painted it again, waited for the paint to dry, hauled it back in, rehung it on the wall, and checked it again. Did it fit? So we did all of that again. And again. And after 3 months of sanding and waiting for the paint to dry and continual test fits, mixed in with plenty of school, work, family commitments, and I don't know, probably a hurricane evacuation in there too, we finally got the door to fit. And it fit perfectly. Then we started working on the trigger book. The trigger book is an empty storage book, you know, the kind that you buy to put curios in. Well, we loaded it up with blocks of wood to make it solid. We attached a hinge to it, and then we attached a shock cord from a model rocket. What's a shock cord? Well, a shock cord is a Kevlar or nylon strap that attaches the model rocket's nose cone to the body. It's what the parachute attaches to, and it's a pretty strong strap, which makes it a great candidate for our secret door pull. So here's our shock cord hanging directly down from the trigger book, which it's attached to. The shock cord passes through the gap on that shelf I showed you earlier. It wraps around the gate latch with a knot, and that's it. It really is that simple. So when you pull back on the book, the latch lifts and you can walk through the door. Then we added a metal dog bookend as our handhold. It was strong enough to support somebody pulling back and forth on it, and we could hide 3 bolts that would hold it securely to the secret door. To open and close the door, you just grab the dog. Next up were the cabinet doors. We used paint cans instead of clamps because we didn't have enough clamps. Our clamp situation has since been rectified. We can clamp anything now. Once the cabinet doors were installed, we put on some nice knobs to make them look like real cabinet doors, and we were done with the frame.
So why build a secret door? Are you kidding? It's awesome. It's great to have this. People walk down this hall all the time and have no idea that our laundry room is right there on the other side of this. They just think this is a bookcase alcove thing. Secondly, it was a great project for us to work on, and we figured it was going to be an easy project, which, as we told you, turned out not to be the case. But it helped us learn a lot of woodworking skills, some precision, which is a problem for us. We're not always terribly precise in what we do. And finally, since we've put this door in, no one has broken into our house to do laundry. You think I'm kidding? That's actually a real thing, and it's not just Florida man doing it.
Well, that's a wrap on the secret door. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss an upload. See you guys next time.